Well, we're finally leaving Ohio, and we're making our way across. I think we're in New York tonight, and we'll also be in New York the following night, and then Vermont, and then Maine. So we are making our way across. We have 3 harvest hosts in a row. The first one, we're supposed to have about 15 amp service, 20 amp service, whatever. It's basically 110 plug. Then we get a 50 amp plug into the harvest host. So we'll definitely highlight those. We had an interesting problem last night, and that was the inverter outlets stopped working. And I was trying all sorts of things to try to get them back online. I did have a lot of friends help troubleshoot, and there was one thing they kept saying, and I didn't know where the heck it was. One of the inverter outlets has a GFI button on it. Guess which one it is? Yep, down here in the basement. That one right there. Button on the GFI, hard to see from here, but it's there. And I think what happened, and I'm thinking back on it now, when I put those chairs away, I think the chair might have accidentally hit the reset button and had it pop. Hate to admit it was something that simple and that stupid, but yep, it happens. And I'm going to rethink how all that stuff gets packed in there now, because that's not a very good idea. If I flip everything over, it's just a straight electrical box with some random extension cords that would be rusting up against that stuff. Less of a chance of it triggering a breaker. So anyways, we're going to get on the road here, and we'll jump right into it right after this. All right, yes, another harvest host. Kind of a nice setup here. We're at the FitzPatrick's 4-season farm market. This place is really pretty cool. I already had a chance to peek inside. They got Hershey's ice cream. We're not that far from Pennsylvania. We're actually just outside of a small town in New York State. We're in kind of the upper part of the state where it's still all green and everything. I guess the state is like that. But we'll take a look inside the farm market in just a moment. And we're gonna get ice cream. They do sell fresh corn and other fresh produce here, and I'm sure the corn comes right out of that field. That's the best way to get it. And this is a working farm, so they have us kind of off to the side, but they do have a play area for harvest host kids, though we don't have any of that. Oh, a goat. Oh, apparently they let you feed the goats because there's a little goat feeder over there. Let's go take a look at the goat. Hello, Mr. Goat. You come over and say hi? Oh, this is a pretty big size. You're a pretty good sized goat. How are you? Got a goat pen. Oh, he's got watermelon. You don't want anything from me. You got watermelon. Yeah. You want to share your watermelon with me, huh? Nice goat. Yep, watermelon. He's got his own ice cream truck. All right, well, I'll talk to you in a little bit. But he has no ears. That's weird. Maybe he's a rescue goat. Okay, so let's go check out the store. And by the way, the ice cream was really good. They had chocolate moose tracks. Eastern Shore corn. They got Yoder's cookies. I might have to come back to buy some Yoder's cookies. Yeah, most everything here is locally grown. There are a few things that are store-bought, obviously, because they gotta fill out the menu, right? But most of it is locally grown produce. So, and they have their own hothouse back here, which is very cool as well. So I'm sure the tomatoes and all that come out of their hothouse. Okay, so time to get diesel. And we're pulling out in the morning, heading to another harvest host. This one, though, they do allow us to plug in. It's a 110 outlet that's in this little shed here, and it's just a regular cord, so we got to be careful what we run out of that. Obviously, if we run an air conditioner, that's all we're going to run. We got to really kind of be very careful about how much we do run off of that. So right now, it's pretty much just to keep the batteries up. It's not too bad. Though the clouds out here, oh my goodness, look at that. I'm not sure if we're going to be expecting a storm here tonight or not. What do you think, Bailey? We're going to have a storm tonight? What do you think, girl? Yep. She wants to come with me, but she can't. I got to go get fuel, and I will be back. Okay, getting ready to leave FitzPatrick. They actually have propane here. I was able to fill up my propane tank. I had one that was down 5 gallons. That's 25 gallons. 25, wow, that's, well, 25 for 5 gallons. Do the math. So yeah, that was kind of pricey, about $5 a gallon, but you know what? I don't have to worry about pulling the tanks and driving into town somewhere. So, all right, next stop, second Harvest Host coming up next. So this land goes back, I forgot how many generations. I'll put it down below. But it's the Tilden Hill Farm. It is a Harvest Host, and it is full 50 amp hookup and water. They do ask you to pay 30 bucks a night, but to be honest, where are you gonna go for 30 bucks a night with 50 amp hookup and water? I think they do allow you to stay extra nights if you want to. We're just staying the one night though, but yeah, we're gonna go check out their little store here in a minute. It's supposed to be a help yourself on your honor system. Seems kind of weird, but hey, why not? So we are gonna have to fill up in town and then hit the road sometime tomorrow, but this is beautiful grounds. A couple of reflections on property along with us and one other Class A. Nice, a breeze just kicked up. You know, temperature wise, it's not that hot out here, but when the wind stops, you've got absolute humidity, and we were dying. I had sweat in my eyes. I had to get inside. So I'm gonna go pay my fee for being here tonight and check out what's in the store. Hopefully they're supposed to have, okay, if you're any of my vegan friends, mute it for about 30 seconds or less. Black Angus, yes, this was a Black Angus ranch at one point, and they're supposed to have Black Angus on sale. So okay, you could turn your volume back on. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be using the grill in the next night or two. Take advantage of that. So I'll have to look exactly how many generations, but it has been in the Brewer family for 225 years. So congratulations, Tilden Hill Farm, first place top hip camp. So it's called a hip camp. Now they do have a dump station here. So if we were staying longer and needed to dump, we could. Okay, Harvest Host. So we've got a registration right here. The pond is supposed to have bass in it. And this is the door to the store. Let's see what they got. Oh, that's the pen they talked about. All right, what do we got here? 1 pound honey, 12 bucks, 2 pound honey, 19. Maple syrup by the quart, by the pint, and by the half gallon. Center cut sirloin. Ooh, nice. Chuck eye. Summer sausages, beef snacks, kebabs, ground beef. Nice. Okay, South Dakota needs more love. There's a lot of people from the other places. Phoenix, Sun City. You know what? Let's do one for Sun City. No one did Sun City yet. Sun City. All right. We are represented. So yeah, that's the door to the little store. That's what they call a store. On your honor, I'm guessing you fill out one of these envelopes, write down what you bought and put the money in. And they have a place where the Harvest Host, this is a Harvest Host, so that's how you'd be camping here. So you go ahead and put money in the envelope and stick it in there. There's like over 4 miles of hiking trails back into the wooded area, I'm guessing. And there's all sorts of bike paths as well, so this is really nice. I mean, check this out. That's us way out there. Yeah, I got a feeling it's gonna be really nice and quiet. We're pretty far off any main roads as well, so this is awesome. Let me get a picture of this beautiful morning here in upstate New York. Got clouds, got sky, got a little monster dog. Yeah, we had plans to go to another Harvest Host after this one. Problem is no hookups. Now it's cool right now, it's cold here, but in Vermont it's going to be 80 degrees with 80% humidity. Yeah, my hair's going crazy. We're not going to do that. So Dawn booked us into a KOA, so I got to cancel our stay at the Harvest Host. However, it's a cool place, so we're still going to go there. We're gonna check out the store and go there and just check them out, but we just won't be staying the night. To be honest, that's about the weather we had here in the afternoon, and it's miserable. It's really miserable. So we're gonna be KOA tonight, and then we'll finally be in Maine after that. But this is just so awesome. There's actually tent sites back in the wooded area, and there's like a walkway here in the wooded area. But now there's only one downside to this place. I haven't found a dumpster. We have trash to throw out. They have full hookups. They've got the little meat market thing. There is no dumpster. So I may give them a phone call just in case it's hiding someplace. But I've walked all around this facility here and I don't see anything that resembles a dumpster. So, yep, that's about it. Okay, so we're gonna be packing up here, find out what time check-in is at the KOA, and we'll probably leave early so we can make that check-in. We were gonna leave late to avoid the heat, but now that we got air conditioning again, we're gonna go ahead and leave early. So, yeah, on the road hopefully by 10. That is early for us, don't judge. And next stop, we'll be in Vermont. I know it's a bit noisy, so you may not be able to hear me. We're at a truck stop, and New York has this really cool thing called AppleGreen, and they'll have food places. This has a Starbucks and a Burger King in it, also a rest stop, and they're right on just a pullout. You don't have to get off the freeway and up on an off ramp and go find the place. It is a direct off on the toll road. I-90, by the way, all toll roads. But yeah, it's they have these all along these offshoots. I'm guessing it's New York's answer to Buc-ee's. It's not that big as far as like concerned to Buc-ee's, but there's a lot of them. They're like every so many miles you have one of these AppleGreen pullouts. So kind of a cool concept. I really like it. This is the first one we actually stopped at. But Dawn's picking us up a couple of treats, and then we're gonna be hitting the road back on our way to Vermont. So next stop, Vermont.
Stop it.
Okay, Bailey's inside getting on Dawn's nerves. We made it to Vermont. We're gonna go do a little bit of exploring this afternoon. So we're heading out here in a few minutes. But this is Vermont. Yeah, we were supposed to be at Robb Family Farm here in Brattleboro, Vermont. We are in Brattleboro, Vermont, but Dawn was concerned. Now the weather's actually really nice right now. It's warm. It's not horribly humid. It was supposed to be very warm and very humid. So when Dawn saw that yesterday, she booked us into the KOA. So we're at the KOA right now. Beautiful place. But we're gonna go explore a little bit here right now, and then we'll be back. Okay, if we were to do the Harvest Host, this is it. It's the Robb Family Farm maple syrup and the sugar house. So you got cows. I thought I saw a horse out there. Yep, there's a horse. Cows, sugar house, and maple syrup products and natural. Oh, they got beef here. Maybe we'll get something here and then take that home and cook it up. All right, so it's not hot at all out. See if, I don't know if Bailey would be allowed in or not. What does it say? Be aware, we have dogs on the farm. Dogs are welcome to come into our store. You want to get her?
So all of the blue lines you see are sap lines. Black lines are vacuum or suction lines. We do keep a little bit of suction on the lines to keep the sap itself moving, but everything out of the trees is gravity fed. During our sugar season, which is February, March, and maybe a week or two in April, depending on the weather, we'll have 6,000 taps or spouts like you see here in the trees.
Oh my gosh.
That time.
Oh wow.
And we start tapping trees when they're about a foot in diameter. And that tree would be about 40 years old at that point.
Oh, wow.
Once as the trees grow, we'll give them a tap or two more.
Very cool.
In January, they go out, they walk all of our tubing line, checking for any breaks, any damage, anything that has happened in the downtime, and that's when they drill the new holes in the trees.
And how deep do they drill them?
Not very far. I can show you one. They go maybe about that far into the tree, so not very far. Just on the basically under the bark and into the tree just a tiny bit.
Wow.
So once everything is tapped, we wait for the sap to start running.
Oh, you see the cows? You see the cows?
So if you are in this area, definitely worth checking it out. We probably could have been okay here, but the drive up was a little sketchy.
Yeah.
Just imagining what it would have been driving a fifth wheel up that road. So, okay, I think this is going to be it for this video. This is our 3-day trek through New York and Vermont. We're going to pick up in Maine. So today we're actually driving through New Hampshire and then into Maine. We'll be back to New Hampshire to actually explore that area in a bit, but I hate to say it, I don't like these one-day stopovers. These just really put a toll on you, especially when you got these, they're not long travel days, but the last one and today were kind of tedious because we're going through some windy roads. Yeah, all in all, I think we're going to be fine. We get to spend, what is it, 4, 5, 6, 8 full days in Maine. So we're on the road today, so make sure you hit that subscription button, thumbs up for good measure, hit the notification bell to know when we post every Sunday at 2, and we'll see you on the road.